You are alive.
Well, hello, and welcome to Madam After Dark again. And I'm just going to do a quick. Um, I'm going to do a quick. I don't have any. Here go comments. There we go. All right, it loaded, so now I can see comments. Let's do banners too, because we'll put this. We will put this on the banner. If you have any questions for Madam, you can submit them there. That'd be great. Or you can just pop into the comments and say hey and give us a question. But tonight we'll talk about BDSM, and we're going to talk about consent, non-consent, because it can be confusing out there, and I'd like to alleviate that concern for people, and just discuss things like contracts. If you want to have a contract with somebody, it could be crayon on a napkin. And as long as everyone understands what you're agreeing to, and everyone's on board, then it's consensual. So I'm going to share the show real quick here, and I gave Sam the list of stuff, so he can check off things that are hard limit things for him.
Checking the cash.
I wouldn't want to, trample all over his hard limits, because that would be bad, because that's non-consensual, and you can't be non-consensual. You have to be consensual. But sometimes, and I've been there myself, where no doesn't exactly mean no, no. It depends on how you say it. But anyway, it could be really mean no. And you have to be clear about that ahead of time. And it's okay to discuss these things. It really is. And I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable to say things, and just come right out and say, okay, during sex, I don't want you to do such and such, and it's sometimes uncomfortable. But you have to have these conversations. You really do. So, otherwise somebody's getting anal and it's going to be non-consensual. Okay, let's keep going. And I'm going to share the show. It's always a little difficult to multitask this sharing thing. So if anybody's out there and watching and you'd like to share my show, I would love that. And so, I don't really, I want to hear about changes to my page right this moment, but I'm good. This is so bizarre. Facebook is weird. I'm just going to say it. Facebook's weird. I would really like to not be on Facebook, but I'm stuck with it. So if you can share my show, that'd be awesome, because for me, Facebook's being a little bit of a pain in the neck. Oh, we're after dark. I'm just going to say it. Facebook is being a little bitch. And I just would really, like to do some things here with it. And it's just not cooperating. So, but it is what it is. And so, you know what? Let's just take a moment. I'm going to answer some queries from FetLife. So, somebody not too close to Davenport wanted, I remember, he's in Sioux City, and he wanted a dom, and I'm clear across the state, as far away from him as I could be, and still, like, be in Iowa. So anyways, yeah, he appreciates my time, and I am fine with that. So that's dandy. And then, I don't know how many people, but Mexi Boy. Let's see what Mexi Boy has to say. I told him he needed to be prompt with tribute, and then perhaps maybe I would give him some of my time. So as the dom, they have to, they not only have to serve me, they have to interest me. And if they don't, then I will definitely not be wanting to be their dom. But he was interesting, and I didn't shave. I I waxed him in a sort of sadistic way. So it was good. It was fun for me. And I think he was okay. I think he's no worse for wear if he's asking to come back. So, but anyway, moving right along. I have to find a browser window somewhere in this mess of things. And then I'll access Facebook this way because it's giving me a bad time on the other thing. I don't know why. And so, here's what happened to me today. I've been going back and forth with eBay for I can't tell you how long, months, since probably June. And they've had some of my money. I owe them nothing. And so they, got their fees and everything. Now they're holding my money because my perfectly good account at a credit union is they're not recognizing it. They can't verify it. But it's my problem, not theirs, is what they say, even though all the rest of my things will work. Venmo, Cash App, any other thing that, I have, Google, all the things that, request money, my phone, everything, all those companies, not a problem. eBay, it's a problem. And it's small change, $32, but I want my money because I sold my things on their site. They got their money, but they're keeping mine. And they're not going to give it to me. They say they can't send me a check, a paper check. Can't do it. Can't be done. No one can disperse money. Anyone. For any reason. And so I was told that I had reached the top with that and that no one else was going to talk to me about it and give me any sort of satisfaction. So I would like to reach out to the CEO of eBay. If you have any kind of a heart, if you have any kind of, attachment to your business and business ethic and moral fiber, you will contact me. And that's all I have to say. Because otherwise, I'm going to say that I think your business is bunk. I think you're assholes. I think that you're, people are just spinning their wheels that work for you because not one of them could resolve my problem in hours of documented contact. And until today, I didn't even get, real crappy about it because I realized it's not their problem. It's a software problem or something like that. Because it's not a problem with my banking institution. And I will not be getting a separate bank account just to deal with your website. I'm not doing it because I don't think it's right. I think you're wrong. I think you need to issue me a public apology for wasting my fucking time and keeping my fucking money. And there you go, eBay. The ball is in your court. And I'm going to make sure that you make sure to catch it. So catch it and let's see what you do with it. All right. So my little rant for eBay, because that's just wrong. They tell me now, well, we're going to send your money to the government if you can't claim it by getting a new bank account and then verifying that account. Who's to say that if I'd even bank with someone that's going to get verified then, And a Centra credit union is not a small organization. It's just not. And so it's stupid that they can't verify. I've sent them bank statements. I sent them a copy of my identification, everything they asked for in a timely fashion, and still no results. So, and if anyone out there, if you work with eBay, if you somehow have some sort of connection or in with eBay, let me know, because I would love to talk to someone at the very top level of their company and ask them, what the fuck? Why can't anyone, because that's my money. I've proven my identity over and over. And it's just not right that they're holding it. It's not right that a paper check can't be written by someone in authority, and or a bank transfer can't be done by someone in authority. Come on, people. This is this is the kind of crap that we get to look forward to with COVID, because everybody does everything online now. And so, I guess I just need to prepare for not getting satisfaction, in a couple other places too. So, okie dokie. Well, anyway, I'm done with that. And we're talking about BDSM now. BDSM is a, consent, non-consent play. So, like if they hold you down and they just want to, be, a little bit on the rough side with you, then, you'll have to say whether or not you're down with that. So I do have an extensive list of things. We should read some of the things off the list because it's kind of a crazy list. What are we looking at here? It's what's it say? Activity. Sex.
That one.
Penetration, double penetration. That's one that you really have to be on board with. It's not just double? Like a surprise double penetration.
What's more than double though? It's a triple.
Triple if you're a girl.
They have a triple though.
Well, yeah, because if you're a girl, if you're a guy, you can only get double. If you're a girl, you can get triple.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Rimming. Threesome. Well, you'd kind of have to be in a threesome in order to get
menage a trois.
Triple penetration. Mm-hmm. Well, a menage a trois. Yeah, I drank a wine one time called Menage a Trois. And vanilla sex. Well, you do have to have consent. You have to have consent anytime you have sex. And, a contract is not always necessary for vanilla sex.
Wait.
I mean, it's kind of what's expected.
This is kind of the save, though. This is kind of the save.
The save. Oh, well, yeah. Well, if you're not going to have the penis in the vagina, I guess it's still considered sex if you just, it'd be heavy petting or something, I guess. If beads. You didn't get that, yeah. Oh, beads. Okay, little story here. Here we go.
All about
I got a story for you guys.
Twisted upside down.
All right. So Billy, little Billy was, out at the garage, and I saw my brother. He got Dad's golf balls out of he got them out of his golf bag, and then he took them out in the garage, and he put holes in them. And he put a rope through them, and then I saw him go in his room, and so I kind of peeked around the door, and I saw him. He was putting them up his butt. Seriously. He did that. He did that stuff, and so I didn't tell Dad, but because Dad already knew that Timmy was a sexual deviant. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna mention the balls up his butt because that would be that'd be a dead giveaway that he is definitely a deviant.
Ball buster.
That's Billy. Little Billy. Billy's brother is Timmy. Timmy's a sexual deviant, and he's in high school, whatever. And then his sister, she's a little oversexed as well. So
Timmy was
she's just looking for, daddy. Oh God, I got a million of them. So let's see. Oh, threesomes. Butt plugs. Yeah. Butt plugs. Butt plugs can be your friend. They make them now where you can put them on an app, and then you can just turn it on whenever, and it'll just come on randomly whenever you use the app, so someone else could be like driving around or, at the store or whatever. And it can just randomly come on, stuff like that's fun. That is fun.
Randomly changing.
Yeah. And you can just put it on any setting.
Of course, you got your famous, dildos, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, dildos. I bet you I have 20 or 30 dicks. Seriously. I do. I have a lot of dicks. I get dicks for presents.
And they got, you want an egg?
Oh, the egg. Oh, the egg is the most popular.
They got eggs.
I'm getting one. Hang on. It's still the most popular vibrator, I think. Or is it? Yeah, I think it's the most popular vibrator still on the market. All the things that you got that are like, they go in and out, and they do all this fancy stuff. And this thing, still the most popular. So it works pretty good. Not bad. Ooh, is low. High. Ooh, low. High. Till you run out of batteries. And then it's no good. I like the rechargeable kind, personally. What do we got here? Oh, the strap-on. And then public strap-ons. Well, I saw a video of a public pegging, and I was like, yeah. I was down with that. But the strap-ons, yeah, and vibrators. Everybody's got to have one. Body shaving. I love to shave. And it's really it's good. Shaving's fun, and at least for me, something about it's one of my fetishes because it's something about the razor going across the hair. I don't know. I like it.
Gonna shave your body, babe.
Fun. It's just fun, to shave, and then it's really nice and smooth, But actually, this is my I call this my little friend. It's my favorite vibrator.
Gucci shades
But I got it at Walmart. And on my YouTube, I tell the story, I tell it in a little bit different way, but yeah, I tell the story of how I wear them out. I didn't break it. I wore it out.
You wore it out. You wore it out.
I know.
But you told me you wore it.
So, anyways, it was fun, and so go watch my YouTube videos and check that one out. So, but yes, vibrators. I carry it with me all the time. Genital styling. Oh, shaving or trimming in a pattern.
Style my body.
That would be fun. And yeah, poo is a hard limit for me. I know it sounds funny, doesn't it? Pegging is okay, but poo, no. And I'll do a butt plug too. Not on me. I'll give, not receive. It's one of those things. So he's not much of a receiver either. So that's why I have subs that are eager to receive that sort of thing. So my subs are they're good people. I just really can't say enough good things about all my collared subs. They're just, they're just the tops. So, I mean, no, they're the bottoms, but I know. I down from the bottom with him, though. So, and, speculum. I do have a speculum, and I have not really used it, but,
speculum.
Just saying. And voyeurism. I love voyeurism. I'm also an exhibitionist. So, WWE. I'm kind of a switch with the voyeurism and exhibitionism. It's like 50-50, I'd say. I mean, I'm one of these people. I'll do it in places where you might get caught.
Ooh, but we don't get caught.
But we don't get caught.
We don't get caught if you are.
So anyway, there's and then there's worship. I do enjoy worship. You know, bottom worship, foot worship, worship me, worshiping me as the true goddess that I am, That's all good. I like that stuff. So anyway, high heels too. And wrestling. Now, if you're going to wrestle with somebody, it's all good, until it's not good anymore.
Yeah.
And so best to have a safe word when wrestling. And that way, if you use the safe word, they know that you're not kidding. You're not just trying to get away. You're really in distress, or you really had enough of that. Because frankly, if it's woman versus man, most of the time he's going to be able to hold her down or, make things tough on her. So, just make sure that you have a safe word when wrestling, and then they know that you've had enough. So, and I would tell that to anybody, anytime you're playing like that. And it's like the non-consent play, you really have to get everything, out in the open and have it in writing if you need to. Here's a BDSM play agreement. You can find things like that online, or you just write your own, write your something yourself and read it over with your dom or your sub or whoever. It's mostly I'd say the contract is mostly something that subs probably would want over like a dom just laying out a contract, because basically submit to me 100% is my contract. It's like, okay, what are your hard limits, and here's your safe words, and submit to everything else. So but I never go past anyone's hard limits, because you honestly you have to have limits. And when people say I have no limits, I laugh, because then I come up with the most ridiculous, most worst, terrible, broomstick up the ass kind of thing that I could think of. and say, so you don't mind if I do that, right? And then they have to rethink the whole I don't have limits thing.
And they think about the limelight.
I think everyone has limits, and I know I do, and I have limits of what I'm willing to do.
Since you have boundaries.
I did pee on someone once.
R. Kelly.
And it was consensual, and but it took me 2 hours to muster up the wherewithal to actually be able to pee on camera.
It was still sensual.
It was,
even if it's consensual.
Well, I don't know how sensual it was, but it was
consensual.
Still was
sensual though.
So, but it was an interesting experience, and
It wasn't me.
I don't know. I might do it again. Yeah, no, it wasn't him.
No, I'm just saying because
it was someone else. But it's probably out there
on
on the internet somewhere. So, but then here's one. Here's one about conditions, participants, prohibited play, additional considerations. If you are the dom, if the sub is on any kind of medication. Anything that would thin their blood. If they're really high or they're really stupid drunk or something, you probably just want to send them home at that point and say, not today.
No money.
Yeah, because it's just not. It's not. Then it's really not consensual.
It's not.
If they're super drunk, they can't really consent. So it's not. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be good. So I would say don't do that. Just send them home to play another day.
Go home,
or, let them, nap on the couch and sleep it off, so they don't have no drinking and driving.
And lock up the keys.
There you go. I'm real, I know. I'm kind of wild, but, I still am concerned over people's health and, and I hope they make good choices.
You got to be, you ought to be.
And that's what, with the dom sub relationship, sometimes as a sub you don't feel empowered to say anything to your dom that this isn't what I signed up for, this isn't what I want. And So that's why contracts are good, because then it's right up in front, and you don't have to feel like you can't say anything, because it's in the middle of play, which, you really have to discuss things before that, I think, because otherwise you just don't know. And, I really would hate to, scar someone for life because I flogged them and they had, PTSD or something. So that would be bad. So, you always have to ask ahead of time and plan a little bit, for stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing the puppy whine.
Take it to the bed. Gotta have a plan.
He's my puppy. Dylan's my kitty. So I have a puppy and a kitty.
When you take it to that man,
yeah.
you gotta have
I used to
a
have
plan.
a unicorn, but I had to set her free. She just was too much hassle. So I just she'd buck at the at the ties, and I had to let her go so she could just be free and fly away. So I don't know, unicorns don't fly, do they?
She got bought by Neil Patrick Harris.
She flew away on a fart rainbow.
Damn.
So anyway, here's paddles and stuff, because you can hairbrushes. I was beat with a hairbrush as a child. My mother used to beat me with the hairbrush. It was whatever's at hand, and it was usually the hairbrush. I remember she broke them a couple times, and I still laughed. Spanking. I like to give spankings.
Spanky.
I really do.
You need to hanky spanky.
So when my subs need a spanking, I'm usually there to give it.
Why'd you look like that?
So, Sparky got a really good spanking one time, and he deserved the spanking. Honestly, he was just not being a good sub, and so he got the spanking. And I hate doing stuff like that to people, because when I do it, I kind of do it for real, because I want them to learn something from it. It's really I'm a dom. And I try to expand their mind, and I try to be a better person and have better interpersonal relationships with everyone in their lives, and to be successful and happy, and do the things that they want to do. So, anyways, whips and back bottom spanking. I have a spanking bench, so it's mostly bottom.
Got a spanking bench.
Oh, come and
you got a spanking bench.
Funny. So then, some people don't mind if you draw blood, and I'm not one of those people that really is into drawing blood. So I try to avoid that.
You might as well donate it then.
But I
donate your blood.
I have on a couple of occasions used the red. I call it red. My whip with the really sharp edges. Red, yeah. So anyway, red was on the job, and when I'm tired, like if I'm flogging and I'm flogging and I'm flogging and I'm like, okay, I think I had enough, I'll break out red and just start, because then it's not very long and they're like done. It's funny. Bestiality is just, to me, not going there. It's a hard limit.
No bestiality, Bob.
No, Bob. No, I'm not going to do bestiality. Yeah, Bob. He keeps asking, and I just keep saying no, Bob. I just can't do it. So, yeah, that's a hard limit for me. No means no, and you're never going to say yes, and that's a hard limit. So, anyway, blindfolds. I do like blindfolds. The purpose is to take out one of your senses to heighten the others. And it's a different experience when you can't see anything, and it's a matter of trust. You have to trust the person that you're letting blindfold you, because you can't see what the heck they're doing. So you want to have that trust bond there as well. And contracts help aid in trust, because you trust that they will not renege on it.
Hey.
Yes.
Are they blindfolded, right? You know what I'm saying? They can't see?
Yeah.
You're telling them, I can't see. Ways to see. I can't see. Nigga, raise the seat. The pedal. Nigga,
Ooh.
with the seat.
Branding is harsh. That's really harsh. I think I would have to say I pass on that one too. And any kind of like body modifications. Although, if you really wanted to, get a tattoo of 2 M's,
Snapbacks and tattoos.
mayhem. Then I wouldn't mind that. So, but anyway, you can do piercing play, saline injections. Somebody wanted me to do saline injections, and I have the stuff because I had to give my cat saline injections. Bob, when he was sick, he didn't drink enough water, and so then he got dehydrated. And then after that, I had to, give him sub-Q fluids so he wouldn't die. And so then I had this bag of saline, and he wanted me to put it in his dick, like inject it into his dick. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, there's that out there.
That's kind of weird.
It is a little bit strange, but hey, I'm not kink shaming.
I'm not shaming kink.
Not kink shaming. If that's what turns people on and they want to do it, that's their business. But I was not down with that.
That's a high level of weirdness.
It's
like over out.
Well, you can't say weird because it's
so high.
Judging.
Yeah.
It's something that I really just would not want to participate in, and so I had to say no to that one. And then tattooing, which I think it's so cool.
Shout out to people that got tattoos.
Native tattoos are really cool, like tribal, like where you scar them and then you rub the oak ashes in it, and there's like berry juice or something, like the natives did. It was
fruit juice.
Cool. So, yeah.
It's that fruit juice, then, like Snoop Lion said.
And anytime you're doing bondage too, you really need to have consent. You need to know exactly. Because I can have bondage if it's like a corset or something like that I can walk away. If I can walk away, you can tie it on me. But if you don't like restricted bondage, you better say so ahead of time or have a panic attack. So, I think it's just something that, if you're going to do a contract, you want to have that and specify that that's what you want to do, And then there's, because you can have heavy bondage, light bondage. You can have restricted bondage. You can have non-restricted bondage. You can have, just my hands, not my feet, just my feet, not my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all kinds of combinations thereof. And then, that's all. It's, and then there's like, because you can do bondage in about a bazillion ways. And then I always think of the saran wrap, the mummy wrap. You just get out the saran wrap and you have them put their arms and legs together, and they just you just go to town on them, start rapping. It's really weird. And well, the one guy, he wanted me to wrap his head too, like all the way, and then just like when he was about ready to pass out, just poke a hole so he could go. I'm like, no, I am not doing that. It's just like, I don't know. I didn't want to go there because it's just like, what if he didn't poke it fast enough? Or what if he just like, you poked it and then he sucked in a piece of plastic and then he died, And it was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Just like the
Bible. I really just want everyone to have fun.
Just like the Bible said, and then he died.
And then he died. So,
damn, that's hard.
Yeah, like, I know, right? I decided I wouldn't do it. And they talk about surrender. And then breath play. That's another one. I just am not. I don't really want to go there, I don't want to choke somebody out. I mean, I would. No. Yeah, I don't really want to go there.
With my 2 guns and a 6-pack.
Clothespins. Some people call them clothespins. I call them nipple clamps.
Nipple clamps. With your nipples down.
Yep. They're good. And corsets and stuff.
I let you Kool-Aid.
I do. Oh, and full head hoods. I have one of those hoods. And it's got the zipper. You can zip over the mouth.
You got the gimp hood?
Mm-hmm, I do. And it's got like laces on the back, so you can get them all laced in. And it's got like rings on it too. So you can like hook it to something else and like hold him
I
down.
didn't even know this. It could be real life Mr. Pickles. There's a show about a
So,
dog, and he had the dad's mom.
and then
I
here's
think
like
as a gift.
high heels and you know, different costumes and stuff. You know, what you'd be willing to wear and stuff like that, and especially like for ladies, you know, if it's something that you just absolutely would not do, you know, then you have to let them know, or they, you know, might go out and buy you something. Like me, no G-string. There's no point in it. Don't want it, you know. And so don't buy me one. Don't get me one. Don't bring one home. I won't wear it. I won't like it. So there you go. Anyway, you can do uniforms. I like the schoolgirl uniform that is classified here, school uniform. I do like doing the naughty schoolgirl headmaster. That's about as, I think that's about as passive as I ever get. You know, just oh no, headmaster, I didn't mean to miss class. No, I fell asleep in the science teacher's
In the back
office.
of the Jeep. No, you fell asleep in the back of the Jeep.
That's funny. Oh crap. And then there's
We got bars.
crawling on all fours as if you were a pet, you know, because you can tie people, and you tie their elbows to their knees and their hands are together, so they just can like scooch around on their all fours is all they can muster when you got them tied like that. Oh, that's funny. Oh, and collars. Oh, who doesn't love collars? Although, you know, if you might not want to wear a collar in public, and that's something that you would want in your contract, that you'll wear the collar, just not in public, you know, something like that. Because, you know, but Sam was nice enough to say that he would wear his in public at the at the party that we went to. It was awesome. So we're going to a party this weekend too.
You know, I got swag. You know what I'm saying? I got swag in the bag.
I wanted to wear the collar. So anyway,
I got swag in the bag.
Anal dilation. You can do that with you know, hooks, which are a little too brutal for my taste. I won't do anal hooks.
I never heard of this before.
Yeah,
I never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, it's bad. Well, I mean, I think it's bad. Some people like anal hooks. I never
searched that on Bing.
I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't use them on somebody at all. I just am not into that sort of thing. And I think you know, people who are really like that brutality probably don't like my style of dom. I'm more of like a sensual dom. Mm-hmm. My form of punishment is denial. Tease and denial. Tease and denial.
All I gotta ask is what the hook gonna be. What the hook gonna be?
It's gonna be on your butt.
It's gonna be on your butt.
It's not gonna be. No, I don't even own an anal hook. I don't want it. But I do have chastity cages. But it's kind of a joke to think that that would fit in the cage. Not happening.
What is that?
You know.
You know.
It would not fit in the cage.
No,
it's just not gonna happen. So, but you know, I like to think about trying to do it. You know, like
crunch come with the cap?
Shoving.
It's not
gonna happen. Fitting.
That's not eating no crunch with that capping.
It won't fit. I'm sorry, just the mental picture of that is just
picture is silly McNilly.
Cracking me up. So
you're rolling like a filly.
So anyway, vaginal dilation. I've had that before. You know, I've actually had cervix dilation to, you know, have a child. So my child, I miss her. If she's watching my podcast, I miss my little girl.
Give her a shout out.
Shout out to Meredith Hoggard. Love-o. Anyway, let's see. Discipline. Submitting to discipline. I'm not much of a disciplinarian. Oh, well. It just comes down to if you push me far enough, you get the spanking. You get tied to the spanking bench and you get a good old-fashioned spanking and a lecture along with the spanking. So, you know, So you don't forget the shit that's important. You don't forget it the next time.
In the next rhyme.
So anyway,
To the next line.
Drinking blood or semen or urine. Well, I will on occasion do water sports, but not really. I'm not really that, big of a proponent. I mean, I've done it. I might do it again someday. It's not like scat play. I won't do that.
Someday on a Sunday.
But the drinking of blood, nah. But I did wear Dylan's blood in a vial around my neck, but I didn't drink it. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to bleed enough to fill my life. So anyway, yeah, we're to the water sports, and so we're getting down to electric play. Oh, well, today's subby decided he would like to try some electrical play.
Boogie.
He consented to trying electric play, and he didn't make it very far. He did get through like 3 settings, I think, and then it was like, no, I'm done. And so anyway, yeah. Well, when he said it felt like needles stabbing his dick, I can understand why he didn't want to do it anymore. So yeah, but that was electric play, but he did consent, before we strapped him in. It wasn't like, oh, here, we're just gonna try this. What is this?
What is it?
And I admit I kind of like it a little bit when subs kind of whine just a little, like, what are you gonna do to me? You're gonna do what? What are you gonna do to me? Oh, okay. So then, that's why you have to have the consent, non-consent ahead of time, because the whining, you can just like ignore, laugh about it, because that, and they have indeed consented to this sort of thing, so you can just kind of laugh about the hesitancy, instead of being concerned, oh my God, am I going past this guy's limit or whatever, you don't have to worry about that. So it's a good thing. And I remember one sub I had, it was just so funny. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, and then what?
Hey, was he like Usher?
Like I was gonna leave him in a bloody heap outside my door when I was done with him.
Was he like Usher?
I don't know, but
what you gonna do?
It was funny though. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, and then physical exam. Some people like the whole medical play thing.
Okay, with a physical exam.
Medical play.
God damn.
And they do. They like that. They want to. I don't know if I hope that in the doctor's office when they're getting the real medical exam, they're not fantasizing about her going, and then what do you want? Just like some silly thing like that. That poor nurse. She's got no idea.
The poor nurse
that they're like fantasizing about her naked doing it. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but not funny. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I do, medical play, but only for consenting adults. That's funny. And now we're getting to a topic that is a bit taboo, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Fisting. Yeah, fisting. And well, some girls like, and boys, doesn't matter. And yes, I have done it with another consenting adult, and it was interesting. And it was it's not something that I think I would want to do on a regular basis, but it was one of those things that I thought, yes, I want to try. So I did try it, and I didn't, think it was that great, and so I moved on to pegging, which I like quite a bit better. So, yes, I do. I do enjoy it. So, and then, like since he's my puppy, I could talk to him about, well, would you consent to eating from the food bowl on the floor like you're a puppy, And honestly, some people actually will eat the dog food, but I don't recommend it. I think it's a bad idea. You know,
I ain't gonna go
put
that
some
far
like
now, you know,
like
I am a
human
human
food at
being,
least.
you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Put some cereal in the bowl at least.
Dog
You
food
know.
ain't cheap, nigga.
Well, I know, right? So at least put some cereal or something in
Food,
there.
that's that
You
big
know,
piece of-
kind of looks like kibbles, but it's not. You know, it's human food.
Put some
you know.
Frankenberries over
But
there.
some Frankenberries in the bowl, and
In
then
the
get your
Brett
puppy to
Michaels,
eat
in the
it.
Brett Michaels food. Dog.
Oh, in the Brett Michaels bowl, that would be
Yeah.
fun, wouldn't it? So he may
And talk dirty to
he
me.
might consent, you know, to eating, you know, the food on the floor like he's my puppy. So we'll talk more about it, but these are things that you have to talk about ahead of time instead of just plopping a food bowl on the floor and going eat it. We actually did that to my dog. My Doberman. We would tell her to eat stuff like broccoli or whatever. It would fall on the floor and be like, eat it. And she'd look at it and go, do I have to? And then, if you just said it enough times and pointed at it, eat it. She would eventually eat the broccoli.
Eat it.
It was fun. Because we could make the dog eat, anything really, vegetables or, stuff dogs wouldn't normally eat.
You just put the dog into eating some food.
Oh, funny.
That is so freaking crazy.
I know, it's so bad. So, but she was just one of those dogs that just, she was a people pleaser. So then anyway, food play. I would love to do some food play. And just like totally like,
go with some food play?
build a Sunday, right on someone, or better yet, have a party and put the sushi all over someone's body. Movie? That'd be fun. Like put the little buffet on someone's, naked, clean body. That'd be fun.
Might be interesting.
It might be. It might be a good party favor.
You ever seen another teen movie? Where you had the Sunday bitters.
No, but that's fun stuff.
Yeah, Sunday butt.
So, giving it away. Because you can do that with your subs, your collared subs. If you want to say to another dom, here, have them. You can take them for a little while. Bring them back after when you're finished. You can do that with your subs. Not that I would, but you could. And I did another dom. I let another dom give Dylan some flogging, but he did enjoy it. So, but yes, you can give them away. Well, but not for very long. I wouldn't, because I like to have my toys back.
Time's up.
No, we got 45. We still got a little time.
No, I was talking about giving away your subs and stuff.
Oh,
you said for like so much time, It's
yes,
me,
right.
Just put an ad-lib up in there. Wu-Tang.
That's funny. Or you can auction them off. Maybe that's an idea.
Slavery.
It is.
It's funny though.
Well, it is. It's just pretend though, and it is. It's not slavery if it's consensual.
Hey.
See, if they consent to it and they say, "Okay, you can auction me off," because I do have a fine ass.
America be tripping though.
Then you can consensually auction them. And because they say, auction me. We need the money. And you can, he'll come over and wash your windows or clean your pipes or
power wash your house. Maybe do
anyway,
your dishes.
He's good at that.
Maybe sweep your floor.
Yeah.
Maybe clean your furniture.
Dishes
feed your pets.
Dishes in a nothing but an apron.
Dishes in your apron.
It would have to be kind of a long apron, but
dishes in your apron.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So anyway, you can permanently give them away too, but I would never do that to Sam or Dylan or Sparky or Alpha. I haven't seen him for a while, so I don't know. He kind of went away on his own. He needs to come back though. If you're watching this, come on back.
Maybe you come back.
All right. So then anyway, there's heterosexual and homosexual forced, because and then there's forced feminization as well, which for me forced feminization was, here, put put this dress on.
Put this dress on right now.
And it wasn't even like that. I was
Just
like,
kidding.
here, put this dress on.
Comedy Central.
Because they wanted to be dressed that way anyhow. So
They wanted to dress up.
they did. They wanted to play dress up. But they wanted me to force them. So I said, here, put it on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, yo, no,
Yeah.
put the dress on.
But it was it wasn't even like really, you know, terribly forceful. But anyway, then there's and there's kidnapping. You can kidnap somebody.
How you getting kidnapped when you adult?
Kidnapping, you've got to have the contract ahead of time. And you have to, because otherwise it's a felony.
It's a
And you don't
felony.
want to have a felony. It would be bad. And so so you really want to have that up front, that this is a mock kidnapping. We're going to come, we're going to take you, at some point in time between here and here, and you're going to have to be with us for so long, and then upon ransom, quote unquote, that's just you getting paid for all this hoo-ha, because it's I guess you could do it for fun, but god dang, I don't have that much time. But if I'm getting paid, I'd probably do it. So yeah, so and they'd have to give me tribute in any case, because frankly, I just don't have time for that. If I'm not getting some kind of something out of it, because I just don't have time for that. So then you can so the forced thing, and sometimes I think it's a mental thing. They want the forced homosexuality because they don't really want to say, yeah, I want to suck a dick. So, that's just not, something they feel comfortable with, and I understand. But, then they want you to force them to do stuff like that, so they feel a little better about it. So, that's something, though, that definitely needs to be addressed ahead of time, ahead of this play session that you're going to set up. So, because as the Dom, you kind of set these play sessions, and you set the tone of it. You set, the mood of it. You are the one that is not setting the boundaries, because you've already set those ahead of time. But still, you're kind of working within their boundaries to make it a fun experience for them, because really that's what it is. It's about the experience that they'll get going to a Dom.
Well, there's three of us in here now.
Bobber's in. Yeah, Bob. He's so handsome. Bob's a handsome guy. Bob's a little handsome cat. There he is.
Double O Bobby.
Bobber. Hey. He's making himself comfortable now.
Double O Bobby.
Yeah, he's a good cat. I love my Bobber. He's a good boy. Mm-hmm. So anyways, there's the Bob. So then lecturing, an exposition of a given subject for the purpose of instruction or reprimand. So you're getting a lecture today because I'm instructing you. That's fun. And then, humiliation. That's another one. I can do it, of course, but I just don't really prefer to, because I feel like self-esteem is sometimes hard enough to come by. To really strip someone of all their self-esteem through humiliation is really, not the easiest thing to do for some people, because they just have no shame. and also it's it's just not nice. And I'm a Dom, but I'm still kind of not the kind of person to really strip someone bare and then build them back up. I'm kind of not that sort of Dom. But it's all good. And and I do sometimes make little comments, though, just to keep them on their toes. And then let's see. Oh, licking. Massage. Yes, they can massage my feet anytime they like. Well, pretty much anytime. And then, masturbation, which kind of goes along with orgasm control. Because, as the Dom, you should always be in control of the orgasms that they're having. That's what chastity cages are for. Just saying. Yeah. No masturbation for you, mister. So anyway, and then oh, that's funny. Nipple clamps and nipple play and nipple weights. Sparky can do the nipple weights. He's real good. I like that. I like the whole nipple weight thing. That's fun. And he can hang 10 pounds. Well, no, I think it was 7 pounds from his balls. It's impressive. You do the bondage on him, and then you tie the weight to the bondage, and he can do 10 pounds, or 7 pounds on his balls, which I was impressed with. I mean, wouldn't you be? Yeah, it was impressive.
7 pounds.
7 pounds on the balls. So anyway, that's just think about that for one moment. And pain. A lot of people not really into pain, not heavy pain, maybe just a little. Even I like a little sometimes, just a little sting from that open hand spanking. So I don't mind that. And phone sex. I did try to be a phone sex operator once. Dismal failure. I sounded so fake. I mean, it's one thing to sound like sexy, yeah, and giggity, but I was so fake about it. Oh, I really want you to do this and that. I did. I pulled a Barry White, and it was sad. And I think they could tell. So I didn't really get a lot of people to talk to me for very long. Oh well, moving along. And so then, the gang rape fantasy or the rape fantasy. That's where this really comes into play, because it would be so easy to misconstrue someone saying no with them, and then they mean no, and then you just continue because you don't understand. And so, as long as you have a contract with them that this is what they want, this is what they understand to be going on, and that everyone is on the same page and consensual with that one, especially the gang rape, the rape play. And story, a woman, she had a fantasy of a gang rape, and so she hired or got enlisted people, friends to do this. They had a contract ahead of time, that said once play had started, it didn't stop for anything. And she because she opted out of safe words. And so she wanted that full on experience of this is happening. I can't stop it, but she had, input ahead of time, and it was agreed as to what was going to occur. So that she was on this camping trip. They came, they ripped them out of their cabins and left them in the woods after they were done with them, and, used them roughly and booked. And so, then I guess the next day or next couple days later, as she went back to work, she was just like all stoked, and I had a great weekend. And they like the bruises sometimes too, because it reminds them of the great weekend, and so things like that. As long as it's consensual, that's what I'm saying. Have a contract ahead of time. Know what you're getting into. Know what you want, what you don't want, what you can agree to, what you can't, because it should be one of the most fun experiences of your life to go to BDSM, to get into a BDSM session. It should be really one of the most fun things you've ever done. And role play, role play is awesome. You can dress up and pretend to be someone you're not, and that's always fun. I like it when Desi dresses up and then we pretend we're lesbians. It's good. It's a good thing. So, and then, there's just the list goes on. And we were just going to talk about contracts, basically tonight. But this is a very extensive one, and it goes into all kinds of things, like being someone's whore. One of my old subs has a new mistress, and his new mistress sells him to her friends, but they pay him like $1, and sometimes it's in change because he's just a cheap whore. I find that so funny. She made up the story about finding him in the alleyway behind the adult bookstore. And he's this little $2 whore. And I thought that was so funny that she did that with him.
$2 whore, what is for?
And he loved that. He loved being her little $2 whore. And he looked it too. It was just fun, So I'd say Sparky's my $2 whore because he can look real cheap and sleazy. He's just a little slut. You gotta love it though. But we've come to the end today of our visit. We're at 57 minutes, so I'm going to call that good. And I'm going to say it's been a pleasure being with you guys tonight, and it's always a pleasure. And if you ever have any questions for me or you'd like to contact me, catch me at skeletokey.witches@gmail.com, and I will get back with you on your query. So you guys have a very nice night. Blessed be, and come back and see me.
Too.
Oh, come back and see me on Friday morning at 11. This week is our last Witchy Whims, and next week will be Terry and Jess back again. So our Witchy Whim original witches will be back and in full force and feeling great and looking great, I'm sure. So look for Nellie and I, though, to be starting our own show on the Skeleton Key Network at 3 o'clock on Fridays. And we're going to be starting Magical Mayhem. So I'm really super stoked about it. And Nellie's a great co-host, and I know we're going to have a lot of fun. And so catch us then. And so Friday at 11, I'll see you guys for Witchy Whims. Have a great night.